This NFL recap and Monday Night Football props edition of the Sports Gambling Podcast is brought to you by Underdog. Underdog's hooking up new customers. Play just $5 and get $100 in bonus funds when you sign up with the code SGPN.
Hey, this is Pac-Man Jones. You're listening to SGPN. Let it ride.
Everyone to the Sports Gambling Podcast. I'm Sean, stacking the money green with my partner at picks, Ryan, Real Money Kramer. What's happening, Kramer?
Dog. Solid action in the Monday night games.
Oh my God. Oh my, what a, this is why I get up in the morning, Ryan, so that we can have awesome gambling nights like this. Congratulations, Ryan. You hit both first touchdown bets correctly. Nice work, Tyler Allgeier and Caleb Williams. I just had Caleb Williams.
So this morning, I got into the office very early. Shout out! One of my kids' schools had Columbus Day off, so shout out to them. And I had a little kid drop off. Then I'm in the office way earlier than I normally am. I'm like, you know what? Let me. Got all these. We got the double header tonight. I'm gonna just put some first touchdown parlays together.
Oh,
and I was like, in my head, I was like, I wish I could just click a round robin button and get all of my action in there. But I was like, let me just do some, contrarian to what I think is gonna happen. I of course was on the Bills and the Commanders, so I'm like, let me get the dogs. That inherently you get a little bit better price. And so I tied together. I did do some Josh Allen with other stuff as well, but I ended up doing Josh with Jaden, Josh with Caleb, Tyler Allgeier with Jaden, Tyler Allgeier with Caleb.
Oh man!
So
nice work, Kramer.
Now, do I wish we were in Vegas at the Circa where I would have probably been betting 3 to 5x what I was staking? But I mean, excellent night.
Yeah, the Caleb Williams 20-1. Of course, I was Falcons were my money line dog. That was awesome, and I feel like we did a good job on the props. Did not Cole Kmet did not get there.
He was ass. And real quick, I know that I often bring up the Kyle Juszczyk first reception in the Super Bowl where it happened exactly the way I saw it. That Caleb Williams touchdown was like, oh my God! It was a designed run.
He's cashed twice for us, and the
20-1.
Both, I think the first time was like 25-1, and nothing has changed. Prime time, Caleb. He is I'm calling him a scamper. Someone had a great line that he doesn't scamper, he skips. Either way, shout out to him. Got it in the end zone.
I was thinking about this in this way recently, mostly because Jackson Dart's a badass, but. If the quarterbacks had to go Oklahoma drill on one another, and it was Caleb Williams versus Jaden Daniels, who you taking?
Oh, Caleb Williams.
Yeah, I don't think you call that a scamper.
No, you're right.
I think it's like 2 men enter, 1 man leave. We have a tournament of Oklahoma drills to the quarterback. I think Caleb Williams makes it further than I would have initially thought.
And Ryan, on top of everything, we smashed. The Bijan Robinson. Hopefully some people laddered it. His combined yards
that was excellent.
Was 110.5. I was like, what am I missing? I love the over. He ended up with like 230. We had the Bijan in our underdog entry, which cashed easily. Bijan Robinson higher, 31.5 receiving yards. That came home 68 receiving yards. DJ Moore higher. 38.5 receiving yards. He hit 42, even though he got a little banged up there too.
I either got the prop wrong or it hit in the first half.
Yeah, it was a complete smash fest. Shout out to Rhythm. Rhythm was all over the DJ Moore higher 38.5 receiving yards, plugged it right into Underdogs. Of course, shout out.
Why
to
are you
Rhythm.
giving away our secrets?
Shout out to Rhythm. Well, I want the
fuck is wrong with you?
I want the listeners.
You see the way people are showering me with praise right now. You know what, Rhythm? Stay out of first touchdowns,
yes,
buddy.
Then we're gonna
That's
be
my corner.
Then we're gonna be in trouble. So all right, yeah, let's recap these games because I mean, pretty interesting. Let's just start with the early game, Bills Falcons. Of course, I was. The Falcons were my money line dog, so to me it was just
nice pick.
And
in hindsight, I was being hard headed.
Yes, and I see Adam Pelletier, the Don of Bills Mafia, fire Sean McDermott and Brandon Bean. That is all. I would say let's start here.
Yeah, you can take Joe Shane back. Yeah, you can have Dable and Shane back. And that would actually work out well. And then Gruden can just slide on into the Giants.
I said it a couple weeks ago. I said this Bills team does not have a championship caliber defense. Maybe it was just during the Pats game, but to me it was just this. I mean, the offense is really out of sync. James Cook had kind of, in some ways, been carrying them. Certainly, obviously, Josh Allen. He's the best. He's the greatest. But Josh Allen did not have a good game. He did not look laser focus. Some costly turnovers certainly ended the game on a turnover.
Kincaid's really important to this team.
Kincaid, yeah, he was ruled out with the oblique thing. He was their guy, and again, that was him being banged up. But really, to me, it was just because the Bills' defense, I think, sucks.
No, I could be talking out of my ass here, but I feel like this has been the problem with Joe Brady's offense in the past, where you have a bunch of new people and they don't really know what they're doing, but there's no way to adjust it and make it simpler. And so all the Falcons really had to do was stop Khalil Shakir and the running game, and that's that. Also, Josh Allen clearly injured. He's not willing to run. There were multiple times in this game where he was one-on-one with a linebacker in space, and he chose to make a bad, ill-advised throw. Do you think he's hurt? Something's off?
No, I think something's off, but I don't think he's hurt. Or at least
where is the physicality that, I mean, we didn't see any Josh Allen run over motherfuckers.
We did see a lot of Josh Allen talking about his wife in the pregame interview.
Jesus Christ.
Maybe looking ahead to the bye, some red carpet events. It was, I'm again, I have the utmost respect for Josh Allen. I thought it was crazy that he's the odds on MVP favorite coming into the game, but
he's a hot dumb dude. Whatever the equivalent of a hot blonde chick is, that's Josh Allen.
Most NFL players are.
I love my wife. I don't even think about winning or losing. No expectations
winning
at
the
all.
Super Bowl is the icing on the cake.
Off.
Sounded like Tua there. Buddy.
No expectations.
Yeah,
he looked like he had no expectations. After he threw that horrible interception there at the end.
Well, and then a bad interception right before half. Although on the other side, Falcons did try and give them the game. This is
almost vote off the MVP island kind of game.
Really? I mean, it is pretty rare for the Bills to lose back-to-back.
I think one of the things you have to put in if you're voting for an MVP, how many games has this player lost for their team?
Yeah. Or this was the perfect opportunity. If you are the MVP,
yeah, you win this game.
Put the team on your back and get
Michael Penix is. I stand by my takes on Michael Penix.
Really? So you were not. I mean,
I thought Bijan looked amazing.
Yeah,
I thought in general the defense.
Some credit.
I thought when the first read was Drake London and it was one of those short 6-yard option routes and they were hitting the little stop in the zone, it looked great. When he had to adjust. I mean, he has some highly inaccurate throws, and I think that's why I bet on him for most interceptions in the season because it seems like when he misses big. But Bijan's so
you got to give him a little credit though.
I'll give him a little credit. I don't think he's elevating his team. I think this team would be the same with Kirk Cousins, and I think Bijan is at this point. I'm trying to think why he wouldn't be Offensive Player of the Year. Puka missing some time maybe helps that.
No, Bijan's been awesome, but I do think Penix deserves some credit. He didn't throw an interception, unlike Josh Allen, who threw 2. That to me is probably
he won a game. He won a big home game.
Yeah, this is one of the
not taking anything away from him.
Oh, you name a bigger Falcons win in the past 5 years.
I mean, have they not made the playoffs in the last?
Yeah, I'm telling you, it is.
No, I would say this that he's fine. The team played great.
I think you're selling them a little short.
No, I thought the defense is exceeding my expectations. The offensive line is otherworldly, or the Bills just fucking suck against the run, because that offensive line looked like an SEC team playing against the MAC team.
Well,
they were and Bijan was great, but Bijan had some big fucking holes to run through.
Yeah, and
a lot of space, and it's like literally the thing you don't want to give Bijan is space around the edge, and he just took it. And you know, I would imagine if I was a kid, how do you not like? He's by far the most fun of the running backs.
Yeah.
Gibbs is like a little bit almost as explosive, a little bit different, but man, Bijan, you know.
No, he's certainly running away with offensive player of the year. I mean, Puka being hurt and missing time, we'll see. But also,
I'm gonna pull up the odds.
Also, Bijan, the pace he's on is just not sustainable.
Well,
but
and Rico Dowdle entered the conversation.
I mean, Rico Dowdle, he hasn't even. Well,
if he continues,
step one, he has to win the starting job.
Right,
Canales did not say he was the starter.
Do you want to hear? All right, here are the odds for offensive player of the year.
Sure.
Jonathan Taylor +160.
I mean, that's the other thing. Taylor is having an awesome season as well. He's not quite as exciting as Bijan to watch, but he's still been awesome, and he is exciting to watch. But he's
about to pass Edgerrin James on the rushing list.
Yeah, like he's doing some historic stuff,
and he's only 26 years old. He feels like he should be older than that, right?
Yeah, he's been floating around.
Bijan +340, JSN +450. He's certainly
been interesting.
I mean, I think the receiver almost gets the nod if they have historic year. They both have historic years. And then Puka's down at +550, and then after that, it's like Christian McCaffrey 750. No, not really interested.
No.
And then a big drop to Amon-Ra and Justin Jefferson at 25-1. So, yeah, I mean, out of those guys, I feel like feels more like it'll end up being a 2-horse race, because Sam Darnold will eventually fail JSN, I think.
Yeah, I don't know if the Seahawks passing game, just because I think they're looking to get the running game going. For whatever reason, they're not as good at home.
But Sam Darnold has been like elite this year.
No,
look at any advanced
going into
metric,
the game against the Jags. He was #1 in offensive EPA per play for quarterbacks.
Didn't hurt him.
But he's had 2 bad turnovers that cost them both the games. In their 2 losses. Other than that, he's played great.
Look at last year. I mean, why wouldn't we get a similar output from him, where he has mostly great games, but like 4 crippling moments that cause his team to fall short?
So Falcons get the win, and the cover obviously is 4.5-point dogs, 24-14. Late game, the late Monday night. The Bears hold on to win 25-24. I see our good buddy Jamar from the Old Fashioned Football podcast in there. Huge Bears fan. Awesome win for the Chicago Bears. I thought, yeah, it was a very sloppy game in general, but you got Caleb gutting it out, running around back there. And they made there was also a bunch of like weird calls by the ref. They had some plays taken back, but they never gave up, and they took advantage of the Commanders' mistakes. Jaden Daniels did not look great. I mean, obviously that fumble set the Bears up for the field goal game winner. Jake Moody had to be shitting his pants.
He's back.
He had to be shitting his pants because he had 1 field goal block. And then bad. I mean, if he misses that field goal, he might be out of the NFL.
I mean, he probably gets back.
He's on a short leash.
UFL has some new teams.
When a team drafts you in the 3rd round, the 49ers gets rid of you. You get onto the practice squad because of a kicker injury. You're active that night, and then you miss a game-winning whatever. It was a very short field goal. His career would have been in trouble.
Yeah, I mean, look, you scoffed at me yesterday when I said, "Is the conversation over about Caleb versus Jaden Daniels?" And
I didn't say it was over. I just said right now it's
direct transitive, property or non-transitive direct property of they just played each other. I mean, Jaden Daniels has still had plenty of good moments, but I don't know. It was a weird game. But you got to give Caleb. I think anytime they win a game like this on the road, you got to give them credit. Quality team.
Not easy to win on the road. Caleb was 17-29, 252 and a touchdown.
He's also he's doing less of the dumb shit that he does.
Yeah.
I actually think Ben Johnson is like, there's some coaching happening, and he's figuring it out. Also, the run game is good. I think that's a little surprising to me.
DeAndre Swift was the leading receiver and rusher, 14 to 108, 2 for 67. He had that big that touchdown that he caught in the receiving game was so awesome when he like did the little stutter step and go.
Both running backs had awesome like full speed broken tackles in this game.
Yeah, and Chris Moore.
Oh, that was the Falcons. I'm sorry.
Leading receiver there for the Commanders. Jay Daniels did throw for 3 touchdowns, 1 interception, but that fumble was the difference in the game, and it was clear. He just never had it. Squirted right out. I just wish Berman was there to say whoop.
This is I mean there's no excuse for that. You got to be able to do that. Got to be able to do that.
Olan's trying to call in. Olan, the call line is not set up. Olan, Super Bears fan.
Me speak.
You're feel free to speak in the chat.
I'm excited for good for Bears fans. Now this team is also gonna just have the variance of this team is gonna be very high, I think.
Yeah, but if they can win road games, that's huge. And this is a game last year's Bears team would have lost.
Oh, 100%.
So I think at least they're going in the right direction. And I would say this double Monday night header highlighted this is in a league that's built on parity. This is a very parity filled start to the NFL season, Ryan, because you look at like who are the teams are the number 1 seed. We got the Bucks 5-1 in the AFC. You got the Colts 5-1 in the NFC. You have the Pats leading the AFC East. You have the Steelers right now leading the AFC North. A lot of some people are surprised. Obviously, I'm on Steelers to win the AFC North. Don't want to crow too much, but it's been a pretty wild start to the season.
I would say this is like the parity bros dream.
Yeah,
it's been, and not only that, but basically every team, like not real. I guess there's a couple teams, but most teams, their fan base probably fancies that they're still like in contention. Well, because there's so much mediocrity.
Yeah, and you have the 7th seed in the playoffs. Certainly the Jets fans, Dolphins fans, Browns fans. I mean, Ravens fans are still talking about making the playoffs.
Their odds are still very short. Not shortest anymore.
Raiders shouldn't be, but they're 2-4 technically. Only 2 games back in the division. In the NFC, who is the worst team in the NFC? I guess you have to say the Saints, but they are not. I mean, they're much better than some of these teams in the AFC.
Yeah, AFC it's weird how quickly the AFC turned to dog shit.
Yeah, NFC is much better.
Part of the handicap there is that both the Colts and the Steelers, it's not that hard to see them end up Well, the Colts look amazing right now, but eventually we saw Danny Dimes start to transform. Flashes. Where eventually those teams are going to bump into some stuff. They both have more difficult schedules on the horizon. So everyone's going to come back to the pack. It's going to be probably going to be a pretty interesting last couple of weeks.
And of course we did have breaking news. Brian Callahan has been fired as the Tennessee Titans head coach, which is really sad. 3-20 ATS, Ryan, 3-20. Will we ever see a coach finish with that kind of ATS record? That's 15%. And even one of those wins in his 3-20 stretch maybe it was like 4-20. 4-20 still.
One of them was the Cardinals game.
One of them was the Cardinals game. So 20%. But one is you give him the Broncos game, but if you bet that Broncos game early in the summer, it was 7.5. Now he got the favorable closing line. It seemed like, as you would imagine, complete disaster. Apparently there's a report that the owner, Amy, or one of the family owners there, said, "I'm not losing to Vrabel with this head coach. Anyone but this guy."
Why? Yeah, maybe you shouldn't have fired Vrabel. This is the problem with these teams. I mean, you're seeing it in college football too. We'll talk more about the Franklin thing with Colby tomorrow on the college show, but you so quickly you want to say this needs to change. The problem is this one singular thing, and it's like, well, it's never one singular thing.
No,
it's never one singular.
And going back to why I think people are insane if they're saying Nick Sirianni should be fired. You don't realize the person you replace with that guy that you're frustrated with. Well, first off,
Yeah.
Nick Sirianni how do you win a Super Bowl? I mean, Vrabel, at least you could make the case that they were kind of stuck in a rut and needed a change. But people are just so quick to be like, fire the OC, fire the head coach. You forget to do the math of who that person is being replaced with. It's not that easy of a transition sometimes, and especially with Vrabel. I mean, they definitely got ahead of themselves getting rid of him.
I mean, we'll see. We're also in that like part of the season where you're like, oh, look at this over here.
Well,
And then
I think Vrabel.
Drake May looks good though.
I regard the Patriots could lose the rest of the games from here on out. I would still rather have
Oh yeah,
Mike Vrabel
no
than Brian Callahan. So
yeah. In hindsight, you look at Callahan's resume and it's like, well, Joe Burrow was there, and then maybe that had more to do with the offense than this guy. And the offensive line sucking, which is his dad's job.
Well, it's weird. They didn't fire the dad, but he resigned.
Said I'm out of here.
That would be
fuck you.
That'd
guys.
be real mean if they made him fire his dad and then they fired him. That would be, if you're real, like we want to be real cruel. All right, Ryan, we got a bunch of props to get to. Also, hey, shout out the NHL is back, and so is the Hockey Gambling Podcast. Check out Ryan and Joel, our HGP guys, do a very good job over
Let
the
it
hockey.
slide.
Yes, let it slide. Great catchphrase. They hit all the games, the awards. They got you covered, best bet. So make sure. I mean, hockey is a great game to bet on, great game to watch. So check out the Hockey Gambling Podcast. We're also brought to you by mybookie.ag. Promo code SGPN. Prop Builder. Love the Prop Builder. I mean, my account is nice and flush after that Caleb Williams first touchdown. Kramer, I know you're sitting on. You parlayed your first touchdowns over on mybookie.ag.
Thinking about moving some of those resources.
Well, I mean, it's easy to do, Ryan. I just took a withdrawal from my bookie not too long ago. I'm telling you, the Bitcoin was in my Bitcoin wallet in like 90 minutes, which good luck getting paid out that fast anywhere else. Highly recommend deposit withdrawing with cryptocurrency. Bitcoin is a great option there. And again, just get over to mybookie.ag. Use the promo code SGPN so they know we sent you. We're also brought to you by Novig. Novig is America's #1 sports prediction market, and you're getting great prices because you're betting over on Novig. I was let's see, what did
Sean won't shut up about Novig.
I do. I like it. I got for the Sunday night game. I had Chiefs -2.5 plus 104. Most places had it at like -110, -115. I've been playing some of my first touchdown bets over on Novig. Again, great to have that option. And what's cool about it, it's available in 35 plus states. Download the Novig app and get $50 when you spend $5 if you use our promo code SGPN. Who wants Vig? Nobody. Go to download Novig in your app store and use the promo code SGPN.
Also recommend the Discord with the hockey guys.
Oh yes,
very active Discord channel.
They love it. If you're looking for some action, looking for some chatter, they got a fun hangover there.
Yeah, not all the channels are as active, but the hockey guys, savages.
Yes.
All right, you want to start or should I?
You can start, Ryan. Oh well, actually, you know what? Let's before we get into this game, I have a note on my rundown. Play Raw Dog video.
Got it.
Which taken out of context, maybe people miss this, but I think good way to set up this game. This is Jamar Chase getting interviewed after their loss against the Green Bay Packers.
We know the Steelers gonna try to come in and raw dog us and kill us, but we're gonna be ready for that challenge and we're gonna be waiting for it.
One more
we know the Steelers gonna try to come in and raw dog us and kill us, but we're gonna be ready for that challenge and we're gonna be waiting for it.
What do you think he was trying to say?
I think he was trying to say raw dog it. I mean,
you think? I don't think he meant to say raw dog.
Well, what do you think he meant to say?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't think you say raw dog when you're talking about like bully someone. I think he's trying to say like they're gonna come in here and try to push us around. I don't know what raw dogging is. I mean,
I know what raw dog is.
Why have you ever heard someone use the term raw dog outside of something incredibly sexual?
No, I've only
Yeah.
heard it in the sexual sense, Ryan. But
Yeah.
Jamar Chase, yeah,
What do you think he means?
they're gonna come in as he said, and they're gonna try and fuck him, and they're not gonna let him raw dog him. They're gonna be ready for that challenge. The Steelers want to raw dog him, and they're not gonna let him. I think he knew exactly what.
Are
he was
you
trying
worried
to
this
say.
is a Steelers lose a random game here on the road?
I'm not ready to make my pick, but I don't. This does feel a little
trappy,
a little scary, and of course the dogs just have been barking. So yeah, I'm on Urban Dictionary. I can't find any other use besides just intercourse without a condom. So
it's not a dog you find off the street. It's a raw dog, or maybe over in the Philippines when you order a dog. Or I've heard it's called kadogi.
Okay, so it's got dog right in there.
Yeah. Yep.
Interesting game. Joe Flacco has a ton of experience playing the Steelers. 22 games against the Steelers, Ryan. That's crazy. I mean, it's like a season and a half almost, or a season and a quarter. He's 11-11, 27 touchdowns, 12 interceptions, 85.4 quarterback rating. The Steelers defense slightly banged up, couple of guys, but overall I think they should be all right.
Yeah, I mean, mostly it seems like the guys who would have missed the simulated practice are resting because they're vets. So I actually think the Steelers are quite healthy right now.
Yeah, I mean this Bengals defense in particular does feel like there's going to be a lot of opportunities. I guess I'll start there with my first prop. Give me Jaylen Warren over 19.5 receiving yards. This has been a angle that they clearly want to get him involved. Last game, they were coming back off. He was coming back off of injury. That was the only game he hasn't gone over this. I think he's going to have a huge game receiving yards wise. Bengals are 4th in the league in receiving yards allowed. I don't think they have the linebackers, and I think Aaron Rodgers happy to check it down to Warren. Seems like they like getting him involved that way. So yeah, give me Jaylen Warren over 19.5 receiving yards.
All right, so we'll start with one that I think you were screaming across the office because Rhythm had it, and I'll even bundle it up and just say both starting running backs to go under 14.5 carries.
Oh, okay. A little parlay.
I mean, you can play it together. You can play it separate. It just seems like, what are we talking about here? If I believe that the Bengals are going to be trailing, I saw them very, very often use Samaje Perine. And in some cases, it almost seemed like there was better chemistry between Flacco and Perine.
Yeah.
Working some of the shotgun stuff. So if they're trailing, I think that happens. And then with Warren, they're going to give Gainwell carries. They're going to even give Caleb Johnson some carries. We saw that last week. So I think it's very unlikely for Warren to get to 15 carries. And so, yeah, I think you play, and both of them are plus 105. I don't really understand this. Like,
I thought this was a typo because again, shout out to Rhythm, promo code SGPN 25, get you 25% off. Chase Brown under 14.5. I'm also on that. I like the Warren. It's not one of my 3 favorites here, but I totally agree with your handicap. And just adding on to Chase Brown, the last 4 games, 9, 8, 10, 10. In what world now? Maybe if you man, even if they're up, I don't think they're just going to be able to pound the rock again. Look what Judkins did. Judkins didn't do shit against the Steelers. I know I was on Judkins over. He didn't do shit against that team.
I think now
maybe it's a little different because you have Chase and certainly you're a little worried more about the pass, but the Bengals have not been able to run the ball.
Yeah, but I think if you watch that film, you're going to see that you don't have to worry about the receivers if you just get the pressure because Flacco's scared.
Yeah.
And same thing with Warren. Warren has last game 11 for 52 against Cleveland. That kind of feels like where he's at. He's gone over 14.5 once this year in the carries. So yeah, I think you can play one. Maybe in my mind, I like the Warren one more because I think they're definitely Gainwell is part of the offense now, and they worked Caleb Johnson in a little bit. Chase Brown is a little scary because they don't really have anyone else to give carries to. Perine was more pass.
Okay, yeah, I guess.
But I'm playing both.
I guess my concern is that the Steelers get up and they want to sit on it, and
it won't be Jalen Warren. It will be Gainwell or Caleb Johnson. I think.
I'm high on Gainwell too. So I think I do know they like Warren in the receiving game. Kramer, what else? What else you got over on the props?
I mean, another one that might just be a typo. Joe Flacco over 22.5 completions. What are we talking about here? He had 29 last week. It's going to be a very similar game.
Yeah,
and it's going to be a lot of check down shit. And so you're Jalen Warren
playing from behind,
or you're
Duncan.
Oh, you're not on Chase Brown receiving yards.
No,
he really boned us.
I'm a little nervous about what running back he's checking it down to. To your point, maybe there is some upside in playing the Pirine receiving.
I didn't see any Pirine numbers yet, but yeah, no, Joe Flacco over 22.5 completions, and you can't do it yet, but the reverse correlation is very live to me in this one. The idea that like last week, what did Joe Flacco have? He had 29 completions and 219 yards. That feels in a very reasonable zone. So when they open the reverse correlation gates, I'm going to be getting in on a little just Joe Flacco over completions, under passing yards.
And I don't know if anyone's put out the stat yet. I was seeing, of course, Mike in the chat pointing out Flacco 40, Rodgers 41. This might be up there for two oldest starting quarterbacks in a game, right? I mean, there hasn't been many quarterbacks to start games over 40. And this is certainly one of the rare occasions where Flacco is the younger quarterback against Rodgers. Cause when I was breaking down this game and thinking about it, I go, oh, Flacco on the short week, that's going to be tough for him. But meanwhile, it's just as hard on Aaron Rodgers, who's 41.
All right. The oldest combined age of a starting quarterback in an NFL game is 85 years and 30 days, set by Tom Brady and Drew Brees in 2020, when Brady was 43 and 98 days old, and Brees was 41 and 297, so almost 42. So not quite.
Oh, okay.
Not quite.
Certainly up there.
Basically, they were a combined 85 years old. So and
they're even breaking down the days.
Flacco and Rodgers would be roughly 82.
Yeah,
81, 82.
This one you mentioned Gainwell, Ryan. Kenny Gainwell, play that sacks, Kenny G. His anytime touchdown is plus 210. Steelers have been giving him a bunch of work, as you mentioned, and the Bengals have allowed 10 touchdowns to the running backs, 6 in the rushing game, 4 in the passing game.
He looks good too.
And you're getting plus 210 against this Bengals defense. I think this is a great opportunity. Love Kenny Gainwell plus 210.
Maybe you sprinkle the last touchdown.
Okay, yeah, that's fun. What else you got over there, Ryan?
So that's 1, 2, 3. Jonnu Smith anytime plus 350. He's running. Let me pull up my notes. It was shocking to me to see that he's running. So receivers on the Steelers, DK Metcalf 93% of the route participation, as you would expect. Calvin Austin 81%. Guess what? Calvin Austin not going to be out there. Jonnu Smith next up on the team with 62% route participation. I think it could even go up now with the need of a slot guy. They don't trust Roman Wilson. We saw this last week. He only got like 8 snaps when Calvin Austin was not playing. It was a combination of Skournick and Scotty Miller and whatever else, whatever other cloned white receiver they have. And so, yeah, Jonnu Smith, I think, has a huge uptick in activity. His numbers aren't out yet. I didn't see receptions or receiving yards for him yet. But I'll be dabbling with that. But the anytime touchdown is plus 350. And Arthur Smith is showing everyone how much he loves tight ends. He's gotten all the tight ends in his team down to under 40 to. He has 4 tight ends under 30 to 1 in the first touchdown.
That is
one of the greatest accomplishments by an offensive coordinator in the modern NFL.
All right, Ryan, let's put together a little Underdog entry, promo code SGPN, get you that sweet bonus when you sign up using our code. Of course, Underdog, you can play $5, get $100 in bonus funds when you use our promo code SGPN. What are we doing here, Ryan? I like the Jalen, kind of similar to the props. These are fantasy projections, but
of course, Sean.
Do we just smash this Chase Brown rushing attempts lower? Oh wait, sorry, that's not out. So
the Warren has his numbers out.
Okay.
if we wanted to play that angle. And obviously, I really like the Joe Flacco completions. That just feels like a comically low number. Do they have that up?
See what they got for Joe Flacco.
I
don't see Flacco up at all.
Nope. They only have. All right, so we'll have to be creative. I did notice the prop menu is pretty short. We're getting to that part of the season where they're scared of us.
Let's see who is on the Bengals side. We got T. Higgins, we got Chase Brown. Noah Fant is certainly interesting when we talk first TD market because they're banged up at the tight end position. Ryan, of course, Pirine TD stuff is up, but it seems like
we don't have Yoshi Voss, do we?
Let's.
I don't see him.
Yeah, it seems like just mostly the basic touchdown stuff is up.
So my thought is we either go.
Hear me out. I say we either do Noah Fant to get in the end zone and Drew Sample with Kenny Gainwell. This is going to be a little spicy.
If we're going to do that, I think we go Sample and Gainwell.
Okay. Sample higher rushing and receiving touchdown.
First half or full game?
Full game. Gainwell to get into the end zone higher. And this is nice. Oh man, even unboosted, this is 28.53, Ryan. This is I don't even know if they let's see.
Wow.
Are you able to boost it, Ryan? Oh man.
I don't know if I have. Oh, I am. But still Boosttober.
Shout out to Boosttober. This is going to be
and pro tip,
a mega whale if this hits.
Let me give everyone a pro tip. The easiest, I fully recommend adding the boost last. I don't know what it is, but there's times where I add it early and there's certain exclusions, but they don't get figured out if I add it last. So wow.
Oh man, this is a mega whale. So we got Kenny Gainwell and Drew Sample both to get in the end zone, and that's like looking at 32x. That is
you know I'm a degenerate.
I mean, that may as well be the degenerate play. Kramer, what do we like for the first TD market? What are you doing?
Well, you go first. I'm dropping the link in the chat so they don't have to do the hard work of putting those two entries together.
So for the Bengals side, I'm playing both tight ends, first TD, Drew Sample and Noah Fant.
Yeah.
Like we said, Tanner Hudson, he's out with concussion, and then Gesicki's also out. He's going to miss a decent chunk of time. On the other side, Scotty Miller, I think, is the guy that's going to benefit most from Scotty.
That's a Sean system play.
Scotty Miller, 25-1. Seems like he's going to be the one benefiting from the Calvin Austin stuff.
Could I envision myself being Scotty Miller? Yes.
Yes.
And I like this guy.
Darnell Washington, who I would have trouble envisioning myself, but he is a fellow tight end. I'm going with him at 17-1. I considered Gainwell, but he's down at like 10-1. I don't know. But maybe I should play it. You hit with Allgeier, and my only hesitancy with Allgeier was like the price was too low. Maybe I do just play Gainwell.
We had this conversation. When you're too price sensitive, you're just gonna put losers down.
All right, I'll go Kenny Gainwell because I want to have
yeah. And what was the number again?
I'll call it 10-1. But and stay tuned. His price isn't out yet. I'm sure I'll put it out on X once we get the game day actives on Thursday. But Grandy is also a tight end option for the Bengals. He's technically on the practice squad. I'm projecting that they're gonna call him up and he'll be active. But
100-1, I'd guess.
It's gonna be in that range. So that will definitely be a sprinkle as well. So stay tuned on that. Once we officially get that, we'll put it out on the old X. Exactly. All Kramer, right. What do you got for your first TDs?
I'm with you on Sample. Another one where, the amount of routes that he's running relative to Noah Fant, I was surprised to find out he was running more. And not a couple more, a lot more. And some of that was early season playing time, but so 45-1, great number. And then again, I kind of fell into just looking at usage and shit like that for this one. And Joe Flacco had some moments with Yoshi Voss last week. He's out there running as many routes as T. Higgins and Jamar Chase.
Okay.
He's 40-1. I don't think that's the right price because they like running that 3 wide receiver set in the red zone as well. And I think if I'm going to imagine Joe Flacco, it's him taking steps backwards, leaning and just lofting the ball into the end zone. So I could see that. So I wanted to take some dart throws. Drew Sample 45-1, Yoshi Voss 40-1, Jonnu Smith. I mentioned the anytime. He's on the first touchdown card, 15-1. Again, he's basically wide receiver 2 on this team, and you're getting a very nice price. And and I think Aaron Rodgers and Tomlin have a special relationship because the pointing to the sideline, the back and forth of them like celebrating, like the 2 old men on the sideline celebrating together, it's getting better and better. So Jonnu Smith gets one to make Arthur Smith happy. And then you got to put the Pittsburgh defense on here. So,
okay.
30-1. It's Joe Flacco. He's old as shit. TJ Watt could end him at any moment. It's like a predator. It's like you walking through the jungle. At any moment, a jaguar could jump out of a tree and just end your life.
And shout out to a guy in the chat. He said the Green Book did just pop up Cam Grandy 60-1 first TD.
Oh no.
What?
That's not good enough price.
All right, I'll play Cam Grandy as well.
I'm being price sensitive.
But stay tuned. What I have a feeling I'll tweet out the final, but I have a feeling we might be able to get a better price when we get some more options. Brian, what about your DGen only? I mean, our underdog entry may as well be a DGen only play. But do we want to add anything else?
What would that? Let's move out of fantasy projection into back to regular.
Yeah, what does my bookie have it?
Let's see.
Oh, what does my? They don't have it up.
They don't have it, but I'm gonna get it calculated for us. So Drew Sample, I got an 11-1.
Beautiful.
And what did you say? The Gainwell, I got 2-1 now. So let me clear out my queue. So that's gonna be 33 plus 3363.
3363. All right, and I will also I'm gonna be on the Jaylen Warren receiving yards ladder, but we'll have to wait for the pricing. So Drew Sample anytime touchdown with Kenny Gainwell, anytime TD.
Yeah, so I'm
I'll also add in the Jaylen Warren receiving yards ladder when we're live with that.
Yeah, so first thing I'm gonna do, I'm just with you. Jonnu Smith ladder. We're gonna play him up to 100 yards.
Okay.
We're gonna also play him to have 2 touchdowns, and then we're gonna put them together.
What's the?
We don't have those numbers.
Jonnu Smith
2 touchdowns we have is 40-1.
Okay,
but we don't have the 100.
Oh, with the yards. Yeah, all right. Stay tuned. Good reason to follow us on X.
Just a concept, but like I said, the reverse correlation. I think you can expand it and include Aaron Rodgers too, where you take over on his yards and under on his completions. If I did some completion handicapping. If I was betting, if you were to ask me on in my DMs, I would say Aaron Rodgers under pass completions, Joe Flacco over.
All right, good times, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. We'll be back tomorrow night, 8:30, with Colby Ant talking college football. A lot of big college football news. Of course, James Franklin getting fired, the sad, untimely passing of Sister Jean. All that and much more. We're going to break down.
2 p.m. East Coast. 11 a.m. Pacific.
Totally forgot we're doing it early.
Daytime episode for those who can't make the late night episodes.
Yes. Totally forgot. The time is off. And all right. So we will be back early on the West Coast. 11 a.m., 2 o'clock East. Nice afternoon show.
Surprise
Sister Jean
everyone.
would appreciate that.
Well, daytime viewing.
And of course, hit us up on Spotify, smash that subscribe button, answering all your questions and comments over there. And of course, as always,
thank you for participating in the Sports Gambling Podcast.
For the Sports Gambling Podcast, I'm Sean, second the money green. He's Ryan.
We're on a heater, Sean.
Kramer, let it ride.